Hey, what's up guys? This is Right for the Stories, founder of Self-Cut System, and today I'm going to show you how to give yourself your own skin fade using the Self-Cut System King's Gold Limited Edition. Alright, so when you give yourself your own skin fade, you have to create a guideline. I just did the other side, now I'm going to do this side. So make sure to use the Self-Cut System finisher trimmer. And what you want to do is make sure you hold it properly. So I highly recommend for you to place your thumb right underneath the trimmer and go upward and create a guideline going across your head. Alright guys, so that was the first step. So the second step, what I usually do is when I cut the top off, I usually use a number 4 guard. Yeah, this is the number of guard I've been using for years. Sometimes 3 or 3.5, but it's it's kind of chilly outside, so I decided to go with a bigger guard, which is number 4. So all you have to do is just face the mirror and just give yourself a buzz cut, which is pretty simple. Alright, so after I cut the top off with a number 4 guard, so the next step is I'm going to start cutting the side of my hair with a, let's go. See, when it comes to giving yourself a fade, right, it's all about layers. So I went from a 0 to a number 4. So all I know is that the top is number 4 and the side, I'm going to use a number 2 guard. So if you take the guard off and pretty much just use a 0.5 blade, which I have. If you put the level down, this is a 0.5. If you put the level up, this is a 0 blade. So if you put it down and you try to cut your hair around this area, the side of your head, this top section, you're gonna give yourself a military cut. You don't wanna do that. So I highly recommend for you to start with a bigger guard on the side of your head. Don't get too cocky. Just trust the process. And you don't want to go up and out. You don't want to go up and inward, because what you're going to do is you're going to move your fade all the way to the top, and you don't want to do that. See, what's so great about our Lambo clipper, Self-Cut System Lambo clipper, is that when you start cutting and you hear that crunching noise, you know you have a good quality pair of clippers. After you're done buzzing your head with a number 2 guard, so take the guard off. Now use a number 1 guard. Don't go up and inward. You want to go up and straight up and upward. Okay, now I'm going to adjust from 1.5 guard to a 1 guard. You can still hear the crunching noise, which means it's still cutting a bit. When it comes to fading, it's all about layers. So I started with a number, well, this is a 0 blade. This is a number 4 blade, guard. And then I went from a 3 guard to a 2.5 guard to a 2 guard, and then 1.5 guard, now into a 1 guard. And now this is the part that gets a little bit tricky. So I just need you guys to really pay attention to this. So I'm always done with the haircut, right? So what you want to do from now on, once you get in this stage, is you get a 0.5 blade, right? And you gotta create a second guideline, which means that do exactly what you did with the first one. All you have to do is just create the second one, go across your head with a 0.5 blade, and it'll go maybe like half an inch or an inch or so. And here, let me show it to you. Now, as you can see, my hair you can start seeing a little line going across my head, but what I want to do is I'm going to adjust it to a 0. Again, guys, 0, then I went with a 2, 1.5, then a 1 guard, then 0.5 blade. Now I have a 0 here. All right, guys, follow me now? All right, cool. So after you create your second guideline, what you want to do is go back to a 0.5 blade and then start blending the side of your head. So I'm gonna, again, don't go too high, because if you're gonna go too high, you're gonna give yourself a military cut and you don't wanna look like G.I. Joe. So what you wanna do is with a 0.5 blade, you wanna go up. Again, it's a flickering motion this way. You don't go up and inward, go up and outward. I'm going to show you guys the self-cut magic trick. Is how to get rid of this line right here. And I'm going to show you. Just check this out. So I'll go back to my 0 blade. A line that you made earlier. You see how it starts diminishing? See, look at this angle, what I'm doing. I'm using the corner of the blade. Now this is how you exactly get rid of the line. Use the corner of the blade of the trimmer. Look at that. Look at that. This is not magic. This is self-cut system. You can still see a little line going across my head. There you go. So, let me trim this off. And what I usually do is I get a shaver and use the corner of the shaver and go over the line. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna go clean this out. actually got rid of the line using our clippers and our technique. And I'm gonna go and finish the rest of my head. I'm gonna get the back and the side. You see the difference? Look. Undone, done. So with a 0.5 blade, it's the same technique what I did on the other side. Same exact thing. Again, you just go by layers and the blades, the guards. Then go back to a 0 blade, take that second guideline. In this case, you don't really have to, you just have to pretty much, start flickering the clipper against your head. I'm actually doing this fast because I gotta get going. Alright, now going back, so I went from a 0 blade. So you don't hear that crunching noise. Because you know why? Because there's no hair left. This part right here, yes, I could easily adjust it to a 0.5 blade, but I don't want to do that. What I want to do is get a number 2 guard, just in case, and start cutting it. So you can hear just a little bit. So it's telling you that you need to adjust it lower into a 1.5 blade, guard, or a 1 guard. So let's start with number 1. Number 1.5 guard. You see how I'm doing it? Because if I use a 0.5 blade, I'm going to move up my guideline, and I don't want to do that. Now I adjust it to a number 1 guard. Back to a 0 guard. And then adjust it to a 0.5. Look what I did. I went from here. I didn't even touch the skin. I'm talking about the top, like the teeth. I just went and glide through it. Let me turn this off. If I go this way, you don't want to do this. This is a big no-no. Because you're going to cut this area and it's going to look weird. So what you want to do is you want to glide it through it. You see the difference? This is yes, this is no. You want to pretty much go over on top of it. The same thing here. All right. Now I'm going to get my trimmer, my self-cut system finisher trimmer. Even though, yeah, you could start seeing getting rid of the line, but it's still there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and use the shaver. Again, use the corner of the shaver to help you get rid of the line. All right, guys, so as you can see, I just did myself a skin fade. So I'm gonna do the last step, which is gonna give myself a lineup using the self-cut system finisher trimmer. So what I usually do when I give myself my own lineup is I start, some people start in the middle. I like to start from the side. So I go and use the corner of the blade. I'm gonna go up. Again, take your time when you're doing this. All right, guys, so the very last step when it comes to cutting your own hair is pretty much lining yourself up. As you can see, I just did a line up with myself with a trimmer. Now I'm gonna line myself up with a razor. So what you wanna do is you wanna go slightly go up. Make sure you angle it. I'm pulling my skin back so it'll be smooth for me to line it up with a razor. Same thing. All right, guys, so I am done giving myself my own skin fade using self-cut system. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Yeah, I've been doing this for the last 20 years, cutting my own hair. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions, any concerns, just send us a message. Follow us on Instagram at selfcut system. Yeah, make sure to like it, comment, and subscribe. So see you guys soon. Peace.